Hey there, I am back with another deck review, and today we're going to be looking at Grimmlore Tartan from Art of Play. Richard Doyle was born into an artistic family in London back in 1824. His father, John, was a noted political cartoonist of the day, and his three brothers all became artists as well. So even though Richard himself had never received any formal training, he was destined for the world of art from birth. Throughout his life, he worked as an illustrator for a number of publishers, including co-illustrating a series of Charles Dickens stories. But his seminal work was, without a doubt, his book In Fairyland, a series of pictures from the elf world. In that one, he put together a series of hand drawings that told the stories of a forest wonderland and its whimsical inhabitants. His art was distinct, fanciful, really unique, and it's that work that Art of Play drew on to create Grimmlore Tartan. I'm a big fan of lore index, and so this one drew me in immediately with the tuck box and just hearing the name of the deck. So was excited to get my hands on these. Now, initially, these were released only as mystery deck exclusives. Art of Play does their annual mystery deck in December, and this was a deck you could only get within those mystery decks. But you can now pick this one up as a solo deck on their website. So if you like what you see with this review, check out the link down in the description. You can pick one up for yourself. But very excited to dive into this one. So let's not waste any time and get to the deck. All right, so we'll start off with the tuck box. And I assume this tuck box, I couldn't find any information on it, but I assume it was made by Clove Street Press. They do most of the tuck boxes for Art of Play, and they did a beautiful job on this one. It's done on a matte stock, and it has kind of a linen finish to it. If I come in real close here, you may be able to make out the slight texture that's there in the paper. Really gives it a unique and luxurious feel, and it's enhanced with some very subtle embossing, as well as tiny hits of gold foil with the words playing cards down here in the corner. But the main highlight of the tuck has got to be the artwork on this one. This comes from some of Richard Doyle's original art. In fact, this one is a piece of his called Feasting and Fun Among the Fuchsias, and you can get a real sense of his whimsical style in this one. You get the plant life, the vine kind of coming down here, the flowers in the corner, and then elves and fairies perched all around. You can see another one hugging the bottom of the stem here, one flying out of the flower at the top. It's a beautiful, fun scene. Love the natural colors that he used in this one. Just a beautiful look to it overall. That same design kind of wraps to the top of the tuck box and gives you a really great feel to it. On one side of the deck here, you get the Art of Play slogan, Epiphanies Await the Curious Mind, all done in gold foil. And on the other side is finally the name of the deck, Grimmlore Tartan Playing Cards. Bottom just has some simple ad copy for Art of Play. And then on the back, you get a little peek of the back design of the cards. Might be a little bit surprising to see that, I don't know, patterned or sort of ordinary, if you will, of the back design, but we'll take a look at it more as we get into the tuck box itself. And then you get a nice glossy golden black tuck seal here, just adorned with the Art of Play logo. That spade pip there. As you open it up, nothing printed on the interior of the tuck box, no printing on the inside, just sort of plain white on that one. So a really beautiful artistic tuck box. Kudos to Richard Doyle, the artwork that he lent to this one. Really nicely done, and it gives a great feel and a great start to the deck. But let's get to the cards. We'll start with the back design. And here it is. So like I said, a bit of a surprise to see this as a back design. So this one is as the name of the deck suggests, Grimmlore Tartan. This is a tartan design, or that sort of plaid look to it, done in a myriad of colors. So you get yellows, reds, blues, and greens, kind of a rainbow effect in here. The back design here comes from an older Art of Play deck, the Vintage Plaid series. A couple of decks they did a long time ago that made use of this borderless plaid pattern. I think it looks really nice, kind of has a nice vintage feel to it, but I definitely was hoping to see more of the artwork featured throughout the deck than this. So didn't love the choice for the back design, even though I still like the back design in and of itself. But that nice borderless design does give you some unique looks and fans and things like that. So not a bad back design overall. And then we get to the cards, and the three jokers that are included with the deck all feature more of that fantastic artwork from Richard Doyle. The first of the jokers includes the artwork that's the same as what we saw on the tuck box. No joker written on here, just the artwork and nothing else. Love that it was left clean, pure, and just giving the spotlight to the artwork. So again, really nice colors used on this one. Nice earthy, natural feel to it overall. The other two decks feature some more of the styles. This one, kind of a fun, cheeky look here. You get the cherub riding on the back of I guess it's a parakeet there. And then another female elf, I guess, with a little tiny owl there. Very fun look to that one. And the third one, this is probably my favorite of the Jokers. You have a couple of elves here playing tug of war with a dragonfly. Really fun, kind of whimsical look to that one. So cool little trio of Jokers on this one. The fourth extra card, just an ad card for Art of Play. So if you want to check out their stuff, you can go to their website. Then you get an Ace of Spades that continues with yet another hit of the artwork. This one, again, kind of a fun look. So that large stylized spade pip in the center there features just sort of a porthole into another look into that fairy wonderland. So you get a little elf here perched atop a mushroom, and then the elf king lounging underneath. And a little beetle there in the corner as well. Little embellishments to the spade pip to give it a little bit of extra unique framing, and then just Art of Play at the bottom. Pretty standard looking pip and index in the corner there, just done in plain black. Now, unfortunately, if you were hoping to see more of the artwork as you go through, not going to get that with the rest of the deck. Surprisingly, and this came as a little bit of a disappointment to me, the rest of the deck is relatively standard. You get standard pips here on the number cards, and even the quartz just feature slightly recolored Arco standard quartz. The colors here kind of been done a little bit more muted of tones. I do like the colors that they chose on these. They do have a very clean, refined look with the faces done with the thin lines, but I definitely would have liked to have seen something more in the style of Richard Doyle's artwork, kind of carried through to the quartz. Number cards as you go through, again, on the red cards, again, back to sort of standard pips on these. You'll see that kind of reds have been replaced with a little bit more of an orangish color. I do like the colors on this one, like the execution, just like I said, really wish there'd been more of that artwork. But the rest of the deck as we go through is pretty much standard, so just done in the Arco style. So you get that vintage feel to the whole thing. Definitely has the feel of an older style deck, which that in and of itself kind of keeping with the artwork, but not as much customization as I thought when I saw the deck originally. So a bit of a disappointment overall with such a strong start to this one. Didn't really love how it ended. Now, if you are into handling, Art of Play does fantastic decks. They were, Dan and Dave were cardists first and foremost, and so they love to use this super thin stock. So these are very, very thin decks from USPCC, and they handle really beautifully. So if you're into doing some sort of cardistry, I don't think you're going to be disappointed by these. And if you felt other Art of Play decks, you know the stock they use and know that it's really top notch. But that is the full look at the Grimmlore Tartan deck. Overall, like I said, there's a lot of highs to this one. The Jokers, the Ace of Spades, and the Tuck Box, all top notch, but then kind of let down, especially as you get into those more standard quartz. So for me, a bit of a mixed bag. Great Tuck Box to have on the shelf. I think this one just really stands out as a beautiful piece of art, but the cards themselves, not as great for a full custom deck guy like myself. But anyway, that's my thoughts on the deck. Maybe you love the deck. Maybe you can't wait to go pick one up for yourself, and wouldn't blame you. There's a lot of really good things to like about this deck. But anyway, that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed this look at Grimmlore Tartan from Art of Play. Like I said up top, I'll put a link down in the description if you want to pick one up for yourself. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe for more deck reviews, more unboxings. Let me know what else you want to see, and I'll see you for the next one.